Guys, Theater Junkie Ginger here again to answer your questions about Model Magic. I've used it a lot, and each time I've gotten a comment or a PM or what did you use for this? What did you use for this? So, Model Magic is a clay foam that dries to the consistency of like craft foam. It dries usually within 72 hours. It may take a little bit longer depending how thick your piece is. It can stay fairly pliable when it's dry, which is awesome. It works really well using it with other foams. And pretty much any glue, it sticks to itself when it's still wet, but it works with pretty much any glue that you would normally use for like EVA foam or craft foam. I've had success with most of it. I'm still experimenting with it. I would highly suggest that you back it with a craft foam, though, if you're having something that's freestanding. Like for my spell book back there, I didn't have to necessarily because it was sticking to a book already. But if it's going to be freestanding in any way and you want it to hold up to everything, I would highly, highly, highly suggest you back it with wire and with craft foam, because that's going to kind of eliminate a lot of the risk that can come from it. So I'm going to show you some of the pieces, especially the recent pieces that I'm working on. This is my Princess Fiona tiara, which I am super excited about. I actually looked at the picture from the movie. My Princess Fiona cosplay is going to be, if you've ever seen the designer Disney dolls, I'm kind of doing my own version of that with Princess Fiona. It's kind of more glitzy than she would normally go, because glitz is awesome. But the tiara is pretty much exactly to the movie. As you can see, it's backed with craft foam. I've got a wire that runs that's still partially seen because I'm not finished yet, but there's a wire that runs through here, and I've got it backed, and it's pretty stiff. I put it together mostly with hot glue. Hot glue is my favorite thing to work with as far as foam is concerned. I just don't have the patience for anything else. It's terrible. I'm kind of an impatient person that way, but I go with what I have to work with. So the next piece that I'm going to show you, I can't tell you what the costume actually is and is for. And I've gotten a lot of uprising angriness and tell me about it. I'm sorry, my dearies, I cannot do so. So, know that before I bring this out. And if you follow me on Facebook, then you will have seen it before. But I'm just going to call this my fantasy headpiece. Again, it's a work in progress. It's not quite finished yet. It's close, but not quite finished. So everything up here pretty much is done in Model Magic. I've got wires that run through the horns. I have wires that run through the, I call them the ears. They're wings, through the wings. And I have craft foam underneath it so that it still can be stabilized, because really I did have a problem where this cracked when I first was molding it. But it's just on a basic headband that I got from Walmart. And it's done, again, completely, the glue is done completely with hot glue. There will be a couple small feathers that I'm going to put on there and possibly some chains just to add a little bit more texture and incorporate some of the colors from my costume. But pretty much, it's pretty well done. I'm going to try things. I'm still working with this product. I haven't quite figured out all of the ins and outs of it yet. I'm hoping that maybe if I tried Plastidip on it, that it would make it a little bit more solid for things that, well, unlike the headband that need to not move. But I guess I'll try it on future things, and I'll give you a report from there. But basically, the other thing that I forgot to tell you, most paints work with it. I've not had a problem with the paint not working with it, like for the Fiona tiara, and even a little bit on the fantasy headband. The gold is actually a gold foil, and I've got the details done in acrylic, like apple barrel paint. So it works really well. I put finish on it to give it a little bit of shine and seal in the paint in the end. But other than that, I mean, it really is an awesome product. I love it, and I've been able to do a lot more with it, and I'm excited to experiment more. If you have any more questions, comments, or concerns about products that I use in my cosplay, give me a holler. You can follow me on Instagram at TheaterJunkieGinger1 and also on Facebook at TheaterJunkieGinger Cosplay. Love ya, elephant shoes, and I'll see you in the next video.